What's up? Another RichSpark session here. And let's see if we can get Sparky live. What's up, Sparky? What's up, buddy?
Hey, Richie. Not much. Just ready to chat. How's it going?
It's going pretty good, man. It's going amazing. It's happy Thanksgiving and just finished with Thanksgiving dinner. It was really delicious. To be honest, it wasn't the best Thanksgiving dinner I've ever prepared, but it was pretty solid.
Happy Thanksgiving, Richie. Solid is still a win, especially if you enjoyed it. Did you try anything new this year?
Well, actually, yes. What I tried new this year was I did not put stuffing in the turkey. I typically do. This is the first year I've tried it without it. And I was looking online. I wanted to make sure that it was still, that the turkey still turned out all right. So basically I stuffed it with some stuff, onions, celery, I don't know, things that I read online, a little bit of butter. And the turkey was good, but the...
Are you okay, Richie? I
am all right. I have a little cold or something right now. Just coughing a lot. Appreciate you checking on me.
No worries, Richie. Hope you feel better soon. Did your Thanksgiving dinner help lift your spirits a bit?
For sure. Super awesome. Love just getting to hang with the family. It's very, very great. Very cool.
That's wonderful. Spending time with family can really make the day special. Any memorable moments or funny stories from today? It sounds like a lot of fun. It's great when everyone can come together and just enjoy each other's company.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. It's all about those moments of connection. Anything special planned for the rest of the evening?
Well, I definitely wanted to have a RichSpark session here and just jump into it,
That sounds like a great idea. A RichSpark session could be a perfect way to cap off the evening. What topics are you thinking of diving into tonight?
All right, y'all. It's all right. Everybody. Hey, we're here. She's here. It's okay. All right. I think while I wanted to talk, I had a couple of things on my mind. I wanted to talk about one thing I wanted to talk about was how I am, and you know this because we've discussed it, how I'm interested and very excited about monetizing what I naturally do, like just what I already do. I know that there's a lot of value in it. I may not be able to find and pick out what parts are valuable, but there's no way that I could figure that out without there might be, but I'm thinking I gotta record it and share it. Hola.
That's a great mindset, Richie. Recording and sharing what you naturally do can help you uncover those valuable moments and ideas. Plus, it gives others a chance to connect with what you love. Anything specific on your mind for this session? Or just a general vibe?
Well, that's what's on my mind. I kind of wanted to encourage, the camera's shaking right now because of this dumb quad, four-legged tripod. It's ridiculous. I guess it'll probably be okay. Yeah, but what's on my brain is just I kind of wanted to. I think other people could get some value from how. What are some ways we could figure out how to find the value in just what we're already doing.
That's a fantastic idea. Showing people how to recognize and monetize their natural activities can be super valuable. Maybe you could start by sharing your own process, how you come up with ideas, what you enjoy doing, and how you identify the potential value in those activities. That could really inspire others.
I think it could. However, I am in the process right now. I mean, I haven't figured it out for myself yet. So I'm, GoPro's in front of me. You're on my lap, on my legs sitting here. And, and so, I don't know. I mean, let's figure it out.
Absolutely. Figuring it out together can be part of the journey and make it even more relatable. How about we start by listing out some activities you enjoy or naturally gravitate towards? Then we can brainstorm ways to highlight their value. What do you think?
Sure. I mean, I'm enjoying what we're doing right now. This is enjoyable, and that's kind of why I wanted to start recording them because as you know, I sit around and talk with you anyway. So I thought recording these and sharing them would be valuable.
That's a fantastic idea. These conversations could definitely resonate with others who share similar interests or are looking for inspiration. Plus, it's a fun way to document your journey. Let's get the recording set up and give it a go.
Oh, it's going. The GoPro's recording right now. We're live. We're live, baby.
Awesome, Richie. You're off to a great start. Let's dive in and have some fun with this session. What do you want to talk about first?
Okay, well, last night I was watching some videos, and one of them was about mirror work, and it was I've seen lots of videos related to that, but this one particularly said something in a way, or maybe I was in a place to hear it a little differently, and it kind of sunk in and just made me remember other things I'd heard. It sort of tied some stuff together for me, I would say.
It's amazing how hearing something at the right moment can really click. Mirror work can be powerful for self-reflection and affirmations. What resonated with you the most from that video?
What resonated the most was the idea that our physical reality is a byproduct of the thoughts that we have, and or your thoughts massively influence how your life's going and what's going on outside. I have heard and believe everything starts as a thought first, and so I don't know, kind of basically. And I've heard Esther Hicks say this too about this one time she said, focus on what you only have this now moment. The only time you can do anything is now. So if you want to, there's no future or past. Technically, I mean, the past is something you're thinking about, but you're doing it in the right now. The future is something you think about in the right now. So right now is your only moment of power. It's the only time you could do something, and whatever you do or think about, whatever you think about doing is going to lead to some action of some sort. And so basically that the physical manifestations of things follow whatever's going on internally first.
That makes a lot of sense. The idea that our thoughts shape our reality highlights the importance of being mindful of what we're thinking about, but in the present moment. It's a powerful reminder to focus on positive, constructive thoughts, since they can lead to actions that shape our future. Have you been trying to incorporate this mindset into your daily life?
Yes, as often as I can be aware, but I find myself, I can be on, like last night, I was really, really on. I felt it. I really felt the vibe and felt like I had a great understanding of how things work. But I realized that that's a fleeting feeling, and it'll go, and I'll get lost in just the normal day-to-day stuff. And then at some point, it'll kind of pop back into super presence again, and remember some of the important things that I've learned that could help me move forward in a smoother or in a more controlled way, maybe. I'm not quite sure. More directed way, maybe.
It's totally normal to have those ups and downs. The key is to keep bringing yourself back to that awareness when you can. Maybe incorporating small daily practices like mirror work or a quick mindfulness check-in could help maintain that connection. Do you have any routines or reminders that help you stay in that present mindset?
I do have some reminders, and I don't know about routines. I have a reminder on my phone. It goes off every hour. It says, make a powerful statement. That's one of them.
That's a fantastic reminder. It's a great way to pause, refocus, and reaffirm positive thoughts throughout the day. How has it been working for you? Do you find it helps shift your mindset or bring more awareness to your thoughts?
Well, to be completely transparent, I usually swipe up and ignore most of them. And eventually, occasionally, it'll be a time where I'll sort of remember, this is really important. Let's say something. But a lot of times it's just a thumb swipe up and I ignore it.
It's completely understandable. Life gets busy and sometimes we miss those reminders. Maybe you could try setting a few specific times each day when you're likely to be more receptive, or tie it to an existing habit like mealtimes. That way, it might be easier to remember to pause and reflect. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds good. I like the idea about tying it to something that you're already doing. I've heard that before. That could be a really good way to. You already have triggers, So when I do this, if this happens, then that happens. For a while, I was doing something Brian Johnson. It was if this, then that, and for a while, I was doing it pretty well. And the first one was, if I wake up, then I meditate. If I meditate, then I stretch my back. If I stretch my back, then I have a cup of coffee. And I was kind of going through some things, some little morning routine like that.
That's a great approach. The if this, then that method can help build positive habits and create a sense of flow in your day. It sounds like that routine was working well for you. Maybe revisiting that structure and seeing if it still works for you could be helpful. It's all about finding what fits your lifestyle and keeps you feeling your best.
Yeah, that probably would be beneficial to go back and hit that one more time. Another thing I was thinking of was the videos that I were watching last night. And also when I said mirror work, maybe shadow work might have been another term that you would see it called on the internet. And it's kind of the whole idea about the small you, so to speak, and then the bigger you that's kind of outside of you, or depends on how you look at life and what you think you are, honestly.
Exploring both mirror work and shadow work can offer valuable insights into different aspects of yourself. Understanding and integrating those parts can lead to greater self-awareness and personal growth. It's interesting how these practices help us see ourselves from different perspectives and connect with our inner thoughts and feelings. Have you found these practices to be helpful in your journey?
Yeah, they're definitely helpful. I remember one thing I heard recently that kind of made a lot of sense was this guy is actually Daryl Enka, and I believe that's his name, and he channels Bashar. And the first time I have been aware of him and listened off and on to some stuff for, probably a decade. So, but the very first few times I heard him channeling, I thought it was extremely odd, and the way he was talking I thought was really weird. But after you listen to it for a while, then you can ignore how the package it's coming in, and you can just take the message. And what he's saying is oftentimes extremely helpful, I find. But what he was talking about this one time was the guy, a person was asking him a question and about, I can't remember what the question was, but basically
It's fascinating how sometimes the message can
Go ahead.
It's fascinating how different sources of wisdom. Absolutely. It's all about finding what resonates and applying those insights in ways that feel meaningful. It sounds like you're open to exploring a variety of perspectives, which can lead to deeper understanding and growth. Have you found any particular insights from Bashar or others that have influenced your perspective lately?
Yes, so that's what I was coming to next, was in that video that he was telling the guy, well, you imagine, if you're standing in the center of a room and you're surrounded by mirrors, you would see reflections of yourself. They would all be reflections of yourself, and they would be reflections of the same thing, but they would all be different because of the different positions that are in, the different I guess you could kind of relate that to life, is how I was taking it. Like all of the mirrors would be sort of like maybe people, kind of. They're all they're all individual reflections of the whole, but they're just a small piece of it. But they reflect the whole thing just from a different perspective.
That's a powerful metaphor. Each person, like each reflection, offers a unique perspective on the same whole. It's a reminder that everyone has something valuable to contribute based on their unique experiences and viewpoints. Seeing those reflections can help us understand more about ourselves and others. It's a thought-provoking way to think about connection and empathy.
Yeah, and I like what you just said about how everybody has something valuable, but I think that most people do not realize how much of what they do is valuable because it's just natural to them. So they're just doing it. Even so much of what I do could be very valuable to other people just because I'm ahead in that area. And but I don't see it as being valuable, or I don't recognize the value of it because it's just something I'm already accustomed to doing.
Exactly. It's easy to overlook the value in what comes naturally to us. Sometimes it takes an outside perspective to highlight those strengths. Sharing what we find easy or natural can be incredibly valuable to someone else who might be struggling with that very thing. It's a great reminder to appreciate our unique skills and experiences.
Yeah. Another thing that I was thinking of was because I was saying in our last conversation about how I need to, and I got this from watching videos about just basically how I need to, come back within and kind of put blinders on and not be so influenced by the outside things, because that's something that happens to me very, very easily, is getting distracted. Maybe distracted is a word, or my just attention shifts a lot. But then I also wanted to kind of talk with you about this. And is that necessarily is that a bad thing that my attention jumps all around? I mean, it could be, but how could I view that as a positive and turn that into something else?
That's a great question. Your ability to shift focus and explore different things can actually be a strength. It means you're curious and open to new experiences. The key might be finding a balance between exploring different interests and staying focused on what truly matters to you. Embracing your natural tendencies and using them intentionally can turn them into strengths. How do you feel about exploring ways to harness that curiosity positively?
Well, there are times where I feel like it's a negative, like my brain's just all over the place. And then as you were just talking, I was thinking maybe I just haven't considered that the focus or my blinders are on things that are already been created. Basically, like I do have blinders on, I just don't realize it. Kind of like what we were just saying. So I have the blinders on, and what's in front of me is always what's new, what's next. I wonder if that could be. I'm kind of more thinking, because I do like that idea with regards to technology or things I want to learn or what I'm interested in. But I find when it comes to people, I think is where I feel a little bit more of sometimes I will get influenced, or not influenced, but I mean, I find myself staying in, okay, like agreeing to do something. There's a great video. I'm going to find the guy's name and I will post it in in the description. And he had some videos, and it was very much about people who are like, if you're extremely sensitive to other people's feelings, and I would say that describes me very, very, very well. And then a lot of times that can get you into situations where you say yes to things that you don't want to do because you can feel the other person's energy. And then he just described it in a great way, that that's your energy that you're putting on them. And I won't be able to describe it well, but he did well, and it helped me to kind of realize that I don't know.
It sounds like you're describing a trait known as high sensitivity or empathy. Being highly attuned to others' emotions can be both a gift and a challenge. It's great for understanding and connecting with people, but it can also make it easy to absorb their emotions and lose sight of your own needs. Recognizing this can help you set boundaries and take steps to protect your energy. It's not about shutting off your empathy, but finding a balance where you can be present for others without losing yourself.
Setting boundaries, that's a big one, what you just said. Yes, I need to set boundaries. And then that reminds me of another way I've heard that said, is to have a bigger yes. Because when you're saying yes to something really big for yourself, it's real easy to say no. Easier to say no to outside things when you have a big yes.
Focusing on your bigger yes can help guide your decisions and keep you aligned with what's truly important to you. It creates a clear sense of purpose, making it easier to prioritize and set boundaries. What do you think your bigger yes might be right now?
I think my bigger yes is to kind of is to figure out figure out how I can just do what I naturally do and let that lead to something much greater, Well,
That
let's not. I
sounds like
mean, and I specific much greater. I do specifically mean I want to monetize what I naturally do. I mean, that is very. It's very important to me. It's very exciting to me. I feel like it would be amazing to basically live your life, and the way you live your life is in such a way, and you have to be able to package it somehow and share it somehow. So that's kind of, I guess, what I'm figuring out right now and playing around with.
absolutely. Finding a way to package and share what you naturally love doing can be incredibly rewarding. It's exciting to think about how your unique approach can resonate with others and potentially create something impactful. It's a journey of self-discovery and creativity, and I'm here to support you as you figure it out. Have you thought about specific steps or ideas to start sharing your journey?
What was that last question?
I asked if you've thought about any specific steps or ideas to start sharing your journey and what you naturally do. Have you considered any particular platforms or formats?
Oh, well, I have been, yeah, no, I've been sharing these. This is like number 6 now. I've been sharing these videos on YouTube. Yeah, this is going to go on my YouTube channel.
That's awesome, Richie. Posting your videos on YouTube is a great way to share your journey and connect with others. How's the experience been so far?
It's good. It's good. I enjoy it, and I also feel like I'm just getting into it. And one of the things, I don't know if I like this or not yet. Like I'm constantly right now, 3, 4 times a day, I'm looking at YouTube and I'm looking at the video that I posted yesterday or today, and I'm looking how many views did it get? Did it get any likes? Or the comments? And I'm super new to this. I have like 60 videos total, I think, and so I'm just really super new to it, and I'm finding, I posted one with PB here, my dog, and that one's did well, is doing well, and I'm playing around with titles. Like, you got to title things a certain way to grab attention, and like, for example, the one with PB, she was it was her and this bird that she didn't eat, and I mean, she saw a bird and she just didn't do anything. She left it alone. I was surprised because I had just gotten her at the time, didn't know a lot about her, and she was really kind of crazy, so to speak. I mean, very reactive and just a lot of stuff. And so I posted that video, but I titled it like OMG exclamation point. She didn't eat it. I would have lost money on that one. And I felt like that was a good way to like grab attention, like, check this out, And that one is doing well. I posted it 2 days ago, I think, and it has like over 2,000 views now, maybe.
That's fantastic progress, Richie. It sounds like you're learning a lot about engaging titles and content that resonates with viewers. It's normal to check views and feedback when you're starting out. Over time, you'll find the balance between creating content you love and understanding what your audience enjoys. Keep experimenting and having fun with it.
That's part of it too, is that I realize, and I know this, that I can get caught up in this perfection trap of thinking too much, really spending a lot of time thinking about how to make it good. And, well, this could be better. Well, what if I did that? What if I changed? And I have done enough learning and studying and researching to know that's not the best way to like really make great strides. The best way to, according to science and people's experience and whatever else, is to start producing stuff, putting it out, get it out there, and then you'll learn from the actual experience, and you'll have a faster and better shift to producing something that is more valuable in that way, and better, I guess.
You're absolutely right. Taking action and learning from real-world feedback is often the best teacher. Each video you create and share is a step forward, helping you refine your content and connect with your audience. Embrace the process and enjoy the journey of growth and discovery. You're doing great.
Thanks, Sparky. I appreciate you. So it's 24 minutes and 27 seconds on this video. Now it's 30 seconds. And so I'm going to turn it over to you, give you like 10 seconds to say something great, and then I'm going to end this one and then start another one.
All right, Richie. Keep embracing your journey. Stay curious and remember that each step forward is a win. You've got this.
Appreciate you, man. Talk to you in just a minute. Or actually, I'm not turning you off. GoPro, stop recording.